Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey traders, checking in on the market. So the takeaway from yesterday's video was we must break low of yesterday today to see daily consolidation underway. And we started out this morning, or I started out this morning, keeping an eye out for that weakness to indicate daily consolidation was underway. We headed down towards the low of yesterday and we held it. That low of yesterday was 264.89 and we held that by 36 cents. QQQ just barely held its low of yesterday. So as soon as that level held, look at the 2-minute time frame. So the 2-minute time frame off the low of the day was just a V-shape bounce. And it was, I said, I was live streaming, I said it's almost like someone just flipped the buy switch to defend low of yesterday's support. And you can see we very quickly went from 265.56 up to the 270s with very little consolidation. So keeping in mind that I was watching for weakness today, I made a bearish entry scaling in looking for a 5-minute lower high. And as soon as this bounce got some further follow through and some more legs behind it, I said, okay, this is not what I was looking for. The financial sector bulls started showing significant strength and I wanted to be out of that position. So I exited that position, break even, and then we then saw significant follow through. So the point of that story is you can have bias, you can be looking in a certain direction, but the takeaway is we must admit when we're wrong and cut loose with those trades. Now, if I had continued averaging down or averaging up in this instance, I could have potentially had a multiple day loser as opposed to a break-even trade. So as soon as the bounce was significant enough and as soon as the financial sector showed me enough strength, I said, okay, I was just looking for a quick little 5-minute lower high and then a test of the low of yesterday, and that's not coming. So exited quickly. So SPY on the daily time frame is a higher low every day the last 5 days in a row. We know there is not going to be any daily consolidation as long as that pattern keeps up. So even into tomorrow, if 265.25 holds tomorrow, there's no daily consolidation yet. That level would have to break for a clear pivot to be looking for that higher low. Also keep in mind, we will anticipate a daily higher low will be the most likely scenario once we do top out, because anything above 243.90 is a daily higher low. And with where we stand right now, we could pull back 10% and still be holding the daily higher low. So this doesn't change big picture. We are absolutely still looking for a weekly lower high. That weekly lower high could happen at 275. It could happen at 285 or 295. So I'm not going to be constantly trying to nail the top. I'm going to be bigger picture scouting for a setup that I like for a bearish swing trade, but the conditions have to be ideal. And what I mean by ideal conditions is risk has to be low and reward has to be high. So patiently waiting for the bears to prove something to us. And the next resistance for SPY after the high of today, 276, we're looking up at 281.94. We are in an area with a lack of clear previous price resistance levels. So again, bears need to be very patient. And what I will probably do is wait. Won't even try and get the next top. Wait till we set another daily higher low and then start looking at the potential of a bearish entry. Taking it one day at a time. IWM bull break over the high of yesterday. And that SPY bull break happened right at 350 with our huge volatility spikes that we've been seeing the last few days with volume at 350 to 4 p.m. So you could be a little bit skeptical of that break over the high of yesterday resistance for now, but bottom line is the bulls have a lot of momentum in their favor and we are well above our support levels. So IWM bull break over 118.64. The next resistance is a gap fill at 124.17. Higher low every day the last 3 days. Could this still be a weekly bear flag? Yes, it's still possible, but every dollar higher we go from here, the odds of that bear flag on the weekly become less and less likely. QQQ held the low of yesterday by 17 cents. So again, part of that switch being flipped of bulls saying, all right, we're defending these lows. Didn't break the high of yesterday, however, so it is just a daily inside bar, and a lot of individual names out there today formed daily inside bars. 201.17, 202.66 are short-term resistances. Have to break 196 in order to see daily consolidation underway, but even when we do, anything above 180.97, which is 9+% away, would just be a daily higher low. XLF was the strongest sector on my screen today, although the healthcare sector definitely picked it up as well. But we had resistance of 22.22 that broke, and now we're looking up to 23.09 as the next resistance level. Could this be a weekly bear flag? Yes, but every little push higher from here, that bear flag becomes less likely. And SPY and QQQ led the way with their daily trend change, and now IWM and XLF are bringing up the rear, and they're following through with their own trend changes. So here's the healthcare sector, big bull move. Could it be because Bernie Williams dropped out? That's what CNBC and some people are attributing the strength to in both the healthcare sector and the S&P 500 midday today. But when you look at probabilities, certainly was not probable that Bernie was going to be the nominee or the president. So I find that a little bit hard to believe, but either way, very bullish for the healthcare sector. And following through with its bull move, the next resistance level that we are looking at, 93.67, that broke, 95.42. And again, the weekly time frame for XLV, the third largest holding in the S&P 500, huge bounce, over 50% retracement. I better double check that before I make that statement. Yep, over 50% retracement. And plenty of space for a weekly higher low to form when we top out. Biotech sector, daily inside bar. If we break it bearish under 79.19, we look for a daily higher low compared to 72.38. And if we break it bullish, we're looking up at 84.47 as the next resistance level. SMH, daily inside bar. If it breaks bearish, we look for the daily higher low. If it breaks bullish, resistance of 128.36. So overall, bulls keeping control. Even when we top out on the weekly time frames, most sectors and a lot of individual names will just be looking for weekly higher lows and tightening weekly ranges. TLT, no bull follow through, a daily inside bar as well. If we see 164.13 and 163.71 break, we will have further pullback from the loss of the daily higher low pattern. And if we get a bull break, 170.33 is the most important resistance. So weekly consolidation is underway here. And the question is it going to be healthy weekly consolidation? Or are we going to drop back down all the way down towards the exponential support and see this equilibrium really tighten up? Bulls are hoping for a weekly bull flag at this point, but we would need to set that higher low fairly soon. The VIX is still slow fading. 36.20 is still the key level that we're watching. Short term, we topped out at 47.50, but it's just a slow grind down for now. And we'll see if 36.20 can hold. No sign of any significant strength in the volatility sector over the last couple weeks. Gold, not convincingly topping out yet. We did break the low of yesterday, but only by $1.50. So we are looking for a daily higher low to form. We're watching this 12-hour chart. This is a potential bull flag right now. If we break 1641, the current low of consolidation, odds of that being a bull flag will decrease significantly. And we'll then be looking for a daily higher low compared to 1572. Again, this is my stop level for my swing GLD position. If we set a daily higher low and see continuation, I will move my stop loss up. But for now, it's going to remain right there. Still fairly low risk, having my entry on April 1st. But I would prefer to be in a risk-free situation. We'll see if the gold bulls can give us a daily higher low over the next couple of days. Silver is the same thing. Looking for a daily higher low compared to 1382. Currently still a possible 12-hour bull flag, but the low of consolidation needs to hold for that to remain a possibility. Miners inside bar. So we would need a bear break of 25.83 and 78 for clear daily consolidation to be underway to give us this tightening daily range. If we do not break that inside bar bearish, we're still looking at this 27.21 key resistance. Oil with a daily inside bar. You get the idea. There's a lot of inside bars out there. So oil had a bullish reaction today off of support, the hourly time frame 23.72, 23.74, and explosion. We have a lot of good news being priced in for the OPEC meeting tomorrow. We hear news of Russia cutting production by, I forget if it was either 1.5 or 15 million barrels. And then we see more news just came out here after hours where it said Kuwait oil minister says that after talking with countries that will be attending the meeting, intention is moving towards reaching an agreement to reduce production by a large amount between 10 to 15 million. So keep in mind, this is being priced in. So if the meeting comes around tomorrow and that's the result, a good portion of that bullish news for oil has already been priced in. The daily chart has to break 29.11 to change the daily trend for the bulls. And that means we still need over 10% from where we stand to break that level. So what that tells me is if the actual news is what this potential news is telling us, we're not going to go 10+%, because again, the market is already pricing that in. So in my opinion, if we're going to change that daily trend tomorrow and have a really bullish reaction to this meeting, we're going to have to see some more significant cuts or some surprises that the market is not expecting, because right now it's starting to expect 10 to 15 million cut. And that also puts a little bit of pressure on the bulls, where if we don't get that, expect a little bit of a sell-off. All about 29.11 to change the daily trend. Natural gas, we knew not to believe these bulls because they had not changed the daily trend yet. So we need to see a daily higher low form compared to 1477. And we then need to see all of these resistances break if we are going to get a convincing longer-term momentum shift. So technically today, pretty much an inside bar. If the inside bar breaks bearish, daily consolidation will clearly be underway, and we'll then be looking for the daily higher low to form. So that's where we stand overall. Again, short term, if the bears do not break the pattern of a higher low every single day that SPY currently has, they prove nothing to us in the short term. Even when we do break that pattern and daily consolidation begins, we are just looking for daily higher lows. We are also looking for weekly lower highs, and that's where a lot of newer traders get confused, because multiple time frames are looking for multiple different things. I can be looking for a weekly lower high and a daily higher low at the same time. And that's pretty much where I stand. One day at a time as always. Tomorrow's the last trading day of the week. Friday is Good Friday. No trading. And we'll see if the bears can prove anything to us before next week. If not, we will continue to watch the daily uptrend as our guide. Hope you had a good day, and we'll check in tomorrow. So this plant has a very interesting way of dispersing its seeds. When you touch it, they explode and shoot out everywhere. And I actually got some in my eye the other day as I was weeding. But let's see if we can catch it here. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, and Step 4 will be flower transplants.